John, what's going on?
What's up? Well, we're live right now?
We are live right
Oh, I
now.
was going to say that whole conversation that I heard, the Candy Biss made it just that much more interesting, you know?
You heard that? You could hear all that?
I heard the whole entire thing.
Oh, that's funny.
At first I was like, what's going on? And then I realized what was going on. How do I look? I didn't even get a chance to, you see me? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's cool. Looks good. I've been testing out some new cameras myself here, like lately. It's I'm trying a bunch of different cameras and things. This one is a little too crisp. You don't need to see all this in this light like this.
Yeah, no, but it also gives that amateur feel that makes people relate.
I've got a good DLSR, like a good Canon. I'm gonna get a different lens, and hopefully I'll get it next week, and that'll give a little, background bokeh, like a little depth of field to this, because I am close to the wall, but it would be perfect, and then that'll be that'll be the one, that'll be the money shot, as they say.
There you go, money shot
in the biz.
Wait a minute, we're live right now.
Oh yeah, we're live, bro.
Oh wow, I couldn't see the chat because I have it in landscape. So I might go grab one of the other phones in a minute so I can see what the good people are saying.
They're saying hello. They're jumping in. We've got about 16 eyes here so far.
They're saying hello, good peoples.
Welcome. The usual suspects. We know these guys. I'm starting to recognize some fans and some faces and some handles.
So I've been quite busy, Gary.
Yeah, I want to hear. Do we want to talk about life being bananaed?
Oh well, let me tell you something. So I'm not doing. Shut up. Listen, I'm not doing the daytime stream, just because it's giving me a chance to catch up on things. I took being banned on TikTok as a way just to catch up on some stuff.
Sure.
But I'm working on one project that I unfortunately cannot talk about, probably for about a couple of years.
You can't talk about it for a couple of years?
I can't talk about it for a couple of years, but we're gonna talk about it one day, and you're gonna laugh your ass off, and you might even pull this clip later on and be like, you know what? I know what he was talking about, and it's hilarious.
Make a note.
Make a note for that one, because it's gonna be funny and justifying if.
All right.
So another thing I've been doing, live streams.
I got to ask you a question. Did somebody just try to text you or call you just now?
No.
Oh, I feel like
you did freeze for me for a minute.
Yeah, because I want always make sure that your stuff is on. Put your focus on.
It's on. It's always on. Off. It's always
do not disturb. You know what I mean? Okay.
Let me jump off my Wi-Fi real quick. I wonder if that's the issue.
Okay. You're gonna come back.
Reason, this does not work well with my Wi-Fi, which is odd.
Yeah, that is.
I've noticed. Watch, I'm gonna turn it off and it'll be all right. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Unless you can still hear me.
I can hear you just fine. I can't see you right now.
Oh, but you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Now
you're gone.
Leave and come back. Oh,
now you're back. Now you're back.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just turned off the Wi-Fi. So what's going on with you?
Nothing much, dude. It's like it's a nonstop grind of promotion. School is ending. Summer, I'm sure as it is for you.
Yep.
And it's it's working that angle. It's figuring out what to do with these goddamn kids for the summer.
Yeah, tell me about it. But it's so. I mean, listen, everybody in the chat, most of the people in the chat probably have children, have already experienced what we're experiencing. It's just
if they're as old as me, dude, they might even have grandchildren. Some of our audience.
Yeah, I know. Too bad we couldn't, just throw the children in a cemetery and be cemetery camp.
Could you imagine making kids scrub? Make some kids scrub some headstones.
Oh well,
I
was thinking more survival. Like they're not going to have time to, scavenge. Scrub headstones. They're going to be foraging, trying to survive, learning how to live off the land while be surrounded with reminders of what will happen if they fail. you know.
So, we wouldn't want him to get attacked like you did. When was that ghost attack of yours?
Uh, that was the 19th, the 20th.
So, like within the past, like just a little over a week ago.
Little over, yeah, yeah. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that. I just actually uploaded that whole to my Patreon. I believe I uploaded that one.
Tell
Yeah.
us about it, dude. Just tell us like why. That's the first. That's never happened. You're saying that's never happened.
Not at a cemetery.
Not at a cemetery.
Not at a cemetery.
Tell everybody who may have missed it. Tell them what happened.
Doing my normal thing, walking around at a cemetery. Spirit, may we have a conversation. May we have a conversation. The usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. Spirit said that either they wanted to fight or he wants to fight or whatever it was. And I was like, no. And that actually happens a lot. You'd be surprised how many spirits get confrontational. They're like, oh, I want to fight you. Oh, I want to hit you. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, I want to fuck you. I want to, they say all sorts of things, right?
That's outlandish.
So, and I'm just like, hey, listen, spirit, I don't want to fight. Now, one thing that is misconstrued that I'm going to point out while I'm doing this, I don't say to the spirit, hey, I don't want to fight you because I don't want to fight a spirit. No, it's for the spirits that are around that are watching me. It's the
Okay.
other ones that are observing me because maybe I can win one of them over if that's the issue and they'll actually talk to me. They'll be like, hey, this flesh bag isn't that bad. Let's give him let's give him a minute or two.
John, can I show him? Can I show the good people this
Yeah.
video?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, hold on. Let's just talk, guys. I'm going to show you what happened to John, which is pretty funny. I mean,
Yes.
no, it's terrifying. Let me change that. What happened to John is terrifying.
But we'll explain why it's funny too.
I don't know if they can see right now. I'm uploading. I should have pre-uploaded this, but I didn't. So you
That's
guys,
all right.
this is live. Anything can happen live. So
This
you
is
guys
live.
just got a deal.
So let me know when it's up and I'll just keep talking. I act that way for the spirits around me, not that particular spirit that doesn't want to fight. The reality was, if I was in a hostile place, my attitude would be different. And I'd be like, fuck yeah, I want to fight. What are you going to do about it? So I'm tiptoeing, if you will.
Sure.
And then just out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, I didn't have time to fall properly. I didn't have time to react at all. Listen, I've fallen twice doing this. In the 4 years I've been doing this, I've fallen twice. And it's always the same conditions. It's always between February and March. And it's always when it's cold and muddy. Just always. I'm bulkier. I'm layered up. The ground is slippery. Some of it's
Right.
ice. Some of it's snow. It happens. I always have a split second while I'm going down to turn my body a certain way to fall properly.
Right.
Okay. Which makes all the difference.
Hey, and in the chat, we're small because I'm uploading a video and it's just taking a minute. Just give it 1 second. That's why it's not a technical thing.
So
Yeah.
this time was different. This time I didn't have time to react. It was like a force just smacked me right down.
Jesus.
And it was, yeah.
Now,
and
did
it
you
was-
feel? So, did you feel? Was it from the back, the side,
No, side.
the chest,
Side.
So on your side, like in your arm, in your leg.
Yep, my arm.
So it felt. Did it feel like a hand or a fork? Like what was it?
No, it felt like almost like somebody moved the wall. May we have a conversation?
Here it is.
There we go. It felt like somebody moved the wall.
May not.
We may not. Sorry to bother you, spirit. See, even that may not. It was just a normal,
He wants to fight.
It was a normal.
No, I don't
spirit
wanna
may
fight,
have a
spirit.
conversation with you, type deal.
I definitely do not want to fight.
And then it turned into something it wasn't. Shit. And it hurt, man. Hitting the ground hurt more than anything.
Wait,
I
wait,
landed
wait.
on my-
Dude, something just fuck with me. Fuck
Oh, it's still going.
Accident.
Fuck, switched over the necrometer. Oh, that's creepy as fuck. And that hurts so fucking bad. Fuck. Fuck. You're gonna kill me? Fuck, spirit just trying to fucking kill me. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh. Oh. I'm in pain. Violence? Dude. What the fuck? Hold on, the tripod's all fucked.
This is
It's strong.
Dude. I have never ever been attacked
Opposed.
like this before in a cemetery. Dude. What the f?
And this
Man, that hurt.
shark's foot.
Oh, fuck you, spirit.
so great.
Whatever spirit did that, fuck you. Yeah, I could tell you hate me. Where the fuck did you come from?
We're missing like a jib, like the shot with the camera, like from above where you're looking, yell at the star. Like
Oh,
this is
yeah.
my favorite part. Like like this part, like the initial fall where it's like, no, it's just where is it?
I definitely do not want to
Dude, that's
fight.
what that hurt so bad. It felt like something was vibrating through me.
Oh God. Now,
So I've been told two things. One is that when you see me angry in person, it is terrifying. Okay, like terrifying. Two, if you watch a video of me being angry, it's the funniest shit you will ever watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Like, and what's worse is even in anger, sometimes I say things because, I'm pissed. You know what it's like when you get pissed.
yeah,
And you're
angry people are hysterical when you have no idea what it is. They just
Yeah.
look foolish.
Yeah,
They look
yeah.
really like there's nothing better than getting someone angry and
Angry,
and it's like
yeah.
it's just like you look like an absolute animal and a
So-
ridiculous person.
my arm for days was sore, dude. Like, I was sore. Hours later. I was literally sore throughout the next day. The next day it got a little better, then it gradually got better. My tripod broke. I had to replace pieces on the tripod because it's I made it from pieces myself.
Robin, I would be laughing. Robin, I would be laughing hysterically in the moment and now. And I'm going to laugh later.
Now you got to think of it like this: if that were to happen to somebody else, they would have got that adrenaline rush. Because, dude, it's an adrenaline rush. Everything. They would have fucking left screaming.
Oh, yeah, dude. Look, and the only thing that I think about is when you slip in these places is you're going to hit your head and crack it open on a stone,
Yeah.
which would be horribly ironic. I mean,
luckily,
probably for you would be the right way to go.
Yeah. Well, luckily, when you slip, you literally have that split second because your body knows everything. You're going off balance. So I do everything I got to do to spin and fall a certain way so I don't get hurt. I didn't have any chance to do that. Dude, I even joked around one time, the last time that I fell, okay, that while I was going down, the only thing in my head was the 1,000,001 questions for the next couple of days. Do I feel okay? Am I okay?
Well,
Like,
so let's talk about like the humiliation and everything else is funny, but like what causes that, John? What do you think causes that sort of a physical manifestation?
all right. So going back to spirit particles, I believe it literally is particle manipulation on the spirit's part.
Okay.
And
So,
that's
all
how
right.
they're able to get physical, and that's how they're able to do all of that.
Does that
Because
mean because some are stronger than others?
they can get stronger than others, and that can wax and wane depending on factors and variables. There's so many. Think of what every expert would say about everything, and then combine it with a million other things we have no idea about.
All right. So, how often do things get physical? I mean, we've seen things fall. We've seen, things get knocked
So
over.
physical with me or with things around me or both?
Well, both. How would you rate it? Like, is it more? It's rare that it's physical with you. I would say, right? Or you would say?
It's, honestly, if I had to like break it down, it's usually one in every 100 live streams, something will happen. And then there's also when I'm not live
Mm-hmm.
to factor in when things happen when I'm not live. Some are worse than others, like that time with Bathroom Lisa, when she said "f you" and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, another thing I also just uploaded to the Patreon, or maybe I did it a couple days ago. The whole live is there, and you can see the videos on TikTok and YouTube, I believe. When Lisa shut the door like 3, 4 times, she was, physically doing that, and she even did it when I asked her to. And I told her I'd keep the door shut for the rest of the evening. So, yeah. So there's that, and but I've had. That's just here, like in other spots, in other places, things happen, things move. Sometimes violently, sometimes not.
Now, this spirit that pushed you, did you ever get a name?
Little Winky,
Did you give it? You gave it that name.
I gave it that name.
No, but you never got a name from it.
No, no,
Okay.
because that's exactly what it is. It's an it. It's not a human spirit.
How do you know that? Well, or what
Well,
makes you think that?
right. That's the much better question, because again, I'm not 100% sure that's what this thing is.
Mhm.
However, when I went back to draw it out, and I had the most ridiculous plan. All right, I'm going to speak very, very, very just straightforward with this. My idea was to get so fucking high, okay, that I would sit there in the spot I got pushed and just be a complete giggling fool to piss this thing off. Because if this thing just got pissed off because I walked by and said, "Hey, may we have a conversation?" What it's gonna do when I'm sitting there talking to the community, giggling about the stupidest shit that's coming through my mind, it would be ridiculous. This thing would get pissed. Well, I thought it was gonna be a whole thing, like I draw it out. I had this whole thing mapped in my head the way this was gonna go because of other experiences with things. It didn't go that way at all. It didn't go that way at all. This thing came in hot, saying things like it wanted to eat me, talking about eating souls. Now, two things are going on
Okay.
here.
All right, wait, before we get too far.
Okay.
You went to the exact same spot.
Yes.
You got these on a different day. You got this sort of animosity towards you.
Yes.
Now, when you traveled to other areas of this particular cemetery, did it follow you or was it stuck in that zone?
So the initial contact with the entity when it first pushed me down, it did follow me.
Okay.
Okay. I did walk the cemetery recently, like 2 nights ago, and I made no contact with the entity. And I was actually at one point very close to where I got knocked down. I just didn't go there. In fact, the only reason why I did that and didn't go back again was to see if I would make contact with it around. So, but I had a feeling, I actually had a feeling that I wasn't going to, and I'll get into why.
Okay.
I have in the past documented what I believe is a non-human entity that actually eats spirits. And what I mean by that is
Let's
it,
go. Let's hear it.
dude, it literally takes what makes them a spirit, whether that's, a
Energy?
solid. I don't like to say the word energy. It's got to be some sort of component, because it can't destroy it.
A
You
black
know
hole
what I
sucks in
mean?
energy, does it
It,
not?
what happened?
Doesn't a black hole suck in energy? No?
A black hole sucks in energy, but it doesn't destroy it. Yeah, like, when you think of something, when you think of like eating, if I were to eat this lighter, it's not going to come out a lighter. So
I don't know what it's gonna come out of if you eat
yeah, you
that
know
light.
what? Yeah,
No one
but you
take
get,
that
but you
chance.
get what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's so. That's the problem with it.
Okay.
There's so many implications because all I can say is
No
this:
wait. No wait.
spirits.
Okay, wait. Let's you believe that potential soul or spirit eaters, for lack of a better term,
Yes,
exist.
spirit.
And your
Yes,
basis for
yes.
that is what? Because of
I've documented them on other occasions, just not in such a personal way.
yeah,
So one time doing the same thing, spirit made we have a conversation. I
right.
came across a spirit being devoured by something. Like it was literally like, oh God, it's gonna eat me. Oh God, it's eating me. Like talking like that.
And
Like
did
it,
and then did it just disappear?
and then it was gone. Like there was no more communication about it. There was no more. Not you didn't hear from anything. A second time, I could have swore that I heard a spirit say, "That's a soul eater,"
Okay.
and something strange came through the spirit box through Vox, and it was almost mindless. At least I perceived it as mindless. But I don't think it was. I think that it because even this
Dude, you
entity,
know what though, man? That just adds a whole new level of terror to things, doesn't it?
dude, yes, yes, it does. Well, I'll tell you the bigger implications of it. Okay, there's bigger implications of it. All right.
Let's hear it. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Sooner or later, sooner or later, somebody is going to come across something in a cemetery and will get hurt. You know what I'm saying? That if I, after 4 years of doing this, was able to get knocked on my ass by a cemetery, whether it was a spirit, whether it was a soul eater, it doesn't matter. That means that all the people that are walking cemeteries, every one of them is at risk of getting hit by something or hurt by something. Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's not a common thing to happen. In fact, if you asked me before I got hit, if somebody would get hit in a cemetery, I'd be like, yo, the chances are so small. It's not even
But
probable
here's
that's gonna
another
happen.
here's a complication of
And
that.
I was completely wrong.
I'll add a complication to that. It could be because whatever you makes you able to communicate with them is what got you hit.
So
Meaning,
you're
yeah,
so you're
meaning
saying the
like,
connection?
yeah, maybe
Maybe.
you can get hit or a medium can get hit or someone who has a different vibe can get hit or field can get hit because there is a something tapped into that
Yeah.
as
Now,
opposed to anyone else
now I'll tell you what's really interesting, and I don't know if the two are
or the rest of
connected.
us normies
Well, there's a
out
couple
there's
of interesting
crazies.
threads there. One, that's where Mamie is located.
Mamie's
Okay.
one of your regulars. She's like part of your
Mamie's,
Cheers
yeah, is
bar.
a 5-year-old little girl that
Got it.
yeah, one of the regulars.
Okay.
That's where she's located. Uh that area, that area, I also had a grave shake. Like a grave just start going back and forth. Dude, it was wild.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there's so many. Listen, I got very angry once in that area when I came across all of Mamie's gifts destroyed. All right, and I let out a.
Well, John, maybe what you ever think then that could be um, your own self, your own angry energy, your own poltergeist that you left there
Or
from your angry
yeah,
energy.
or something I
What up with
fed.
that?
Yeah, or something I fed.
Because who else could knock you over but you?
No, there's listen. No, there's people. If you catch me when I'm not looking, of course you're gonna knock me down.
Well, what if it's
Um,
her own negative energy that you
and
left
listen,
there?
but now here's
Wouldn't
the
that be
thing.
wild? Wouldn't that be
Why?
wild, dude? If you
Yeah, but
left an
why would?
angry imprint there from when you got angry.
But why would my angry energy or angry, energy threaten to eat me?
I don't know. It's hungry, dude. You get hungry.
Yeah, I get hungry.
I mean,
Sure.
it's like I don't know what its deal is.
Yeah.
It's like it could
Yeah.
just be the energy was released because of intruders, right?
Yeah.
You
Could
were
be.
you were angry at people coming there and causing and just
Wait, or it could be
vandalizing.
Mamie. What if it? If it's Mamie disguised as this thing that's been feasting off souls? you know.
Um,
Listen, there's so many different things this could be, and I said it. The implications are just.
yeah, right. The techno medium vibes. Listen, I think there's I wish I knew. I gotta ask somebody some questions because I wish I knew how to study that or test for that. Right? What if
Yeah.
you because that would be because what if you did leave in anger? You got so angry you left your own imprint into a place.
The only reason, see, here's the thing. The only reason why I wouldn't run with that theory is for the simple fact that I made contact with this entity after the fact.
So
And
it doesn't
and
mean
it
it,
and it yeah, but it threatened to eat me, and it was talking about eating souls in
dude,
general.
it's just like look, man, I just watched the new Marvel movie. It's like
Yeah,
Century in the Void. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just these are
Yeah.
two separate things.
Could be. It could be. I just think the the data that's stacking on the fact that this is a separate entity is it's there's more information there.
You're also biased. You hate to think of yourself as any sort of medium or someone who can project that kind of thing.
No, actually, I'm not biased. I'm not. I'm not. And everybody who knows this, I always say, I don't think it's a special ability, but I think everybody can do it. I just think I got lucky. You can use your magnetic field to protect yourself.
Well, that's an interesting.
So
It's an
that right there, like I'm not biased on the fact that there could be something there. I've done it plenty of times with my magnetic field. It also gets me very hungry too,
and it said,
which
what
is
did it say
weird.
to you? It said it wanted to eat you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look, it's certainly a step forward in spirit communication. That is,
Well, hey, you want to see a catapult in spirit communication? Wait till tomorrow night.
what's happening tomorrow
Tomorrow
night?
night, tomorrow night, it's gonna be pouring rain too.
Okay,
But I'm not, I already spent the money on the place, and I'm not going any. I'm already figuring out what I'm gonna do.
okay.
We're going to the cottage
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
in
that's
Sleepy
interesting. That's
Hollow,
Sleepy Hollow.
and
Okay, we got a couple things coming up there.
there's another non-human entity there that I've been documenting. And this entity not only, this is why I'm leaning towards non-human, this entity can control other spirits and it tries to sleep with you.
This sounds like the Legion of Doom with all of these non-human entities that have
Yeah.
different powers to control
Yeah.
spirits. It's a little,
Dude,
it's a
but
lot to
listen,
take.
here's the thing. You could ask anybody in that chat. This is something I've been documenting for a year now. This isn't like new. This is like we're going here, and I went there 6 times already or 5 times, and only once has the what everybody calls the succubus come through. Only not once did she not come through. The place is a hotbed for sexual energy. It's very famous parties. Big execs and whatnot. There are always weddings, big lavish weddings. There's always these huge $1 million events happening there, and they set up like outdoor bars everywhere when that stuff happens. It's nuts. People are literally sucking and fucking all over this place. So there's a thing here that actually feeds off that energy. And I hate to use that word, but that's what it is. It's feeding off that.
Your connection's getting a little wonky, but I can still hear you okay. But is
Yeah.
John getting a little wonky on the chat there, guys? you see me okay, or is he? We'll
Am I
see what
getting
they say.
walked?
He's getting a little wonky. It was just getting a
Yeah.
little staticky, but maybe they
But
didn't
yeah,
like you. Maybe
dude,
they
with
didn't
that
like you
dude.
talking about it.
And what's crazy is that stream is normally 5+. So 5+ hours. Like this is a long stream. This is when I go here, this is one of the longest streams that I do, like staying on. So it's pretty crazy. I can't wait to reveal the rest of the place. That's actually the start of that happens, when with on Splintered Spirits on one of the episodes that
Yeah.
drop every other Tuesday. And we're going to talk about that place a little bit since it is in his book,
Yeah.
because my community only sees this one part of it.
Okay.
They see a fraction of this place because the other places have all the famous haunts. And when I went there, literally all the workers were like, "Yo, you need to go down to the cottage, dude.
Sleepy
You
Hollow
need
is
to
going to be
go to the
really interesting. It's
cottage."
famous. It's
Yeah.
it's famous. It's cool. We're going to have so many people have written about it. We're going to have one of those people on. Probably that episode will drop in early July. A guy wrote a book about Sleepy Hollow, and we'll tell you more
Yep.
about it in the weeks to come.
Yep.
And it's a big part of part of your lives, which is interesting. But coming up next week in the realm of spirit communication is a real big one for us, and sort of a real interesting one, which is the telephone calls from the grave. And we have
Wild. Wild.
sort of our guest. I don't know, can you see that, or is it backwards? When you look at it, is that backwards? But anyway, it
Backwards for
says,
me.
yeah, it's just sort of, how that happens. Anyway, it's called Telephone Calls from the Dead, written by Dr. Callum Cooper. And it is a phenomenon about that happens to people. And he classifies, there's like 5 classifications, apparently. That's how often this happens. And they classify it in like 5 different ways, right? So you've got sort of a simple way. The phone rings, you answer it, it's static. Nothing there. It's just like sounds quick. The call it's empty. Prolonged, where you're literally having a conversation with someone, and then it turns out that person is deceased. Sort of an answer, like where they've called you and you've had the conversation, or then you called, you've called them. I think that's what answer means. I'm blank. I get a little messed up on these things. Sort of intention, where you were thinking of calling the person, and then they've called you, and then, or you've gotten the message afterward. Like you thought about making that call, you thought about leaving that message, but then and you're getting that message, and then it comes. It's weird. And then there's he added his own where it's like a cross between the answer and intention. It's because one of them is more human based, the rest are spirit based. And I would say what we got is sort of that, weird, the more rare kind, where when I say we, I mean Brian got. And we're going to play that for you guys. We're going to play you the message from Brian's mom,
We're
who
gonna
called.
we're gonna play the message that Brian received while sitting next to me while we were live. It's the message that, when I asked him if I could listen to it, he said no. That
Yeah.
message we're gonna listen to, and we presented this to the doctor,
Yeah.
to Cal Cooper.
So, he is there's Brian was with us when we did the interview. So, and I know Cal felt, he felt a little hesitant of really sort of digging in, because he didn't want to truly upset Brian, on the sort of scientific reasons for it. There are
He
scientific
also
reasons.
he also seems, and I admire him for this. He also seems like where it's like, what? If there's going to be any sort of emotional response from this that's positive that you take from this, I'd rather keep it at that than dive into the data.
Yeah.
He's very much like that, which I respect.
He's a psychiatrist too, he's a psych and a
Yeah.
parapsychologist. So it's like, that's why what he was helping out with. But it's like, look, scientifically, as we'll talk about and we hear about and what you'll see more about is the idea that, look, these things can just be signals trapped.
Yeah.
You know, what's, and then they're just somewhere on some relay that just comes through to him. What's really weird, and you guys are going to see it, is look, we're going to drop a little promo of this, so you're going to see it, Sunday. If you take a look and you're following your feed, you're going to see it and hear it. We're dropping it, and then watch the episode and we dive into it. But the text message was different than the voice message.
Yes.
It wasn't exact. Like the voice to text.
Yeah, but they
had
never
extra
are,
work.
though. They never are.
Yeah, this was
They
like,
never.
but it's like, it's
Any
so
voice to
clear.
text that I've ever gotten has never been accurate.
And my thing with it is, hearing it, it's just like, yeah, man, sure, there's a scientific reason for it. I'm sure that's why it caused it. But why is it happening to Brian?
Yeah.
A guy who is, misses his mom and misses his mother, and it's like, sort of, why does it
Listen,
happen to him?
take
You know what I'm
this
saying?
take
That
this
grief.
as a joke if you want, but maybe, just maybe, his mother's phone is haunted. Maybe the phone itself has
Yeah.
a little bit. Remember, my theory is that spirits, fragment, that they,
Yes.
that they break up. Who's to say her cell phone didn't get some of her energy, and it's able to, you know, it's able to do this from time to time.
It's crazy. So it's like, look, I mean, I don't know how many people are out there watching. If you're watching this and you want to see more of that, it's great. Please, you should, by all means, be sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the podcast. You're not going to miss that one. If you're not sure where to go, it's right here, right now, right on YouTube, or go to the website at splinteredspirits.com. Check it out. Like, follow, subscribe. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. All of our episodes are there. All of our lives are there. All of our shorts are there. And unlike TikTok, it's 100% American made, baby. It's like, it's
Yeah.
they're not listening in. So it's like, enjoy it. Go. It's free. We do this for you guys. So, and we want your feedback.
Oh, they're listening in. It's just American ears,
Yeah. No, it's global. We're global. We just don't, we're just not trusted. I got a ghost
talking
story.
about the government.
Oh, the government. Listen, dude, if you're listening to us, we got real big problems.
Yeah. Hey, if you're listening to us, subscribe to the YouTube.
That's it.
You're
Subscribe
listening
to
to us,
YouTube.
subscribe to the YouTube. Yeah.
John, we got
Government
a ghost
officials.
story. We got a ghost story.
Oh, sweet.
So, well, one with evidence. We got a photo. I don't know what to make of this photo.
I got to get my phone because I'm not going to be able to see the photo.
All right, go get your phone. Guys, now that he's gone, let's talk some shit about him. What do we think? Got any questions? Anybody want to say anything? Quick, before he gets back. How funny was it when that ghost knocked him on his ass? I got to tell you guys, for real, I died laughing. He sent that to me, and I was like, oh my God. Oh, wait, he's back.
No, that was the funniest shit. That was the funniest shit. I loved every second of it. All right, now I'm in the chat.
Are you watching the chat on like YouTube? Exactly.
Yeah.
Because YouTube's a little behind. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Jessica sent us this picture. Jessica sent us a couple of things. So I'm going to say this at this point about Jessica. This broad is a ghost magnet, or everything she sees, she thinks is a ghost. But here we go. I'm going to show you this photo, John.
Okay.
And let's just jump to it. Let me, let's fix that view. That view's not fun. Here, that's a little better.
Okay.
So here's the photo. Jessica's headless ghost baby. I was babysitting 3 kids. I put this like this on purpose. The baby with the head detached was not there that night, though he was a baby that I used to watch also. So let me get rid of this lower third so that you can then see the headless baby. Look at this. Do you see that?
So wait a minute, hold on. The headless baby is always there.
No, she's saying she's saying that baby was not there, but that is when she took that picture. But that is a baby that she babysits for.
Okay, hold on.
Now, it's kind of I mean, is it a Photoshop? I mean, is it like it's kind of hysterically silly and disturbing at the same time?
Okay, listen. If this isn't photoshopped, it's wild. Okay? If it's not photoshopped. Now, I'm not a Photoshop expert. So that picture would have to be given to somebody who can
I mean,
tell if
I could make this picture.
I know you can.
Easy. And so it's like it's
I know
hard to
you can.
tell, it's just like it's such a weird thing.
The fact that now what I find interesting is the fact that she said the baby wasn't there that day.
Right.
Baby's not there that day, so what the hell's it doing there now?
Right. So it's
And
like
why is it headless?
right. Yes. Right? Is it like and what
Why
is
is it?
with Jess that she gets these ghost images and of headless babies? Like that would make like if I'm just, look, if I took a picture and then I go and look at it and there's a headless baby that's not in the room on the photo and I know that baby, what do you do first? You call, right? Don't you just call the mother of that baby and be like, "Hey, is that baby all right?" Because you're really hoping that they don't go, their head just came off and
So
it's an
let me
omen.
ask this: when she took this picture,
Dude,
how
that
long
line that I
after did
showed,
she,
that's what she gave me. That's all the information she gave me.
oh, so she doesn't know, like there was no how long like the picture was sitting there before she looked at it in her phone, like going through pictures like the next day.
I don't have any of those details. Hopefully, she's
Okay.
watching and she
Okay.
will follow up.
Okay.
Um, you know, the
Yeah,
head
I
is
don't listen. It would have to be given to somebody who can look at that and be like, oh yeah, I could tell this was photoshopped. I could tell it's not photoshopped.
right,
I don't have the. It's wild. Listen, that's not photoshopped. It's wild.
right.
That's how I'm gonna leave it. That's all I can. That's all I can say about it.
All right. Well, Jess, thank you for submitting, guys. We always
Thank you.
love all of your
Appreciate
ghost
that.
stories. Um, Somebody else submitted stuff in photos. They said they're having problems uploading photos. I don't know why, but if you text me and you're having uploados or email, I will, send you our email address and you can then just email me the photos and all that stuff. And we'll still do our best to, present them if they're weird enough, So
Yeah.
guys,
Like that,
submit
like floating headless baby.
like
Weird.
floating headless baby. So guys, please submit. Please submit your ghost stories. We love having them. We appreciate them, especially with edit. Robin thinks it's Photoshop. Robin Brewer is an expert. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Robin's an expert on
Ask
Photoshop.
do a poll real quick. See how many people think that's Photoshop.
Guys, how many people think that's Photoshop? Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Robin is one. Let's see what you guys got. It looks like motion and blurry with the head. See, some people are saying it looks like the baby was moving and the camera caught like it just sort of stuttered. So that's why the head's in one place and the body's in another.
Yeah, because that usually happens with small children when they move. Their head stays here, the rest of the body's here, and then the head fucking catches up. Uh,
like a cartoon.
like a cartoon. Listen, yeah. I mean, I just can't get over that. I would need somebody to look at that and go, "Yo,
Yeah.
John, this isn't photoshopped. What do you think is going on here?" Now, let's say someone comes back and says, "No, this isn't photoshopped," right?
Someone said double exposure. A lot of people say no. We should assume that with this crowd. You guys
So,
love your ghosts.
yeah.
You say a
So,
lot of no
well,
ideas.
they love it. So let's talk about what if it is not photoshopped.
Right.
If it's not photoshopped and that
What does
baby
it
wasn't
mean?
supposed to be there and that baby's still alive, that means two things.
To you,
Either
what does it mean to you? How would you interpret it? Yes.
so either straight into, you know, the baby's imprint and the place being there, and the camera caught her, or when she snapped that picture, somehow it took her into the multiverse. you know, listen, you laugh at that, but one time I was doing a dual stream in the abandoned side and in the fireplace room, and when I got up to go into the fireplace room, I went into a different fireplace room. I mean, I went into a different abandoned side. Everybody's watching, the community's watching, and I went into there. They couldn't see me in there, and I was talking to them for a good like minute or two, and they were responding to me. And then when I went back in to the fireplace room, I said, "Guys, did you see me on the screen?" Because I used to have a TV in the fireplace room. I'm like, Do you see me on there?" And everyone that was in there was like, "No." And then I went back into the abandoned side, and I'm like, "You guys didn't see me?"
Man, how come every time someone travels to a different dimension, it's a place that sucks? It's like, why couldn't you have gone through the portal door into like a bank vault? Been like, what? And then walked out. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen,
Guys, by
usually,
the way, for everyone on the chat, for that photo, you have all the same information I do. I have no other information. This is what she told me.
yeah, we don't
I
have,
don't know why.
we need,
I don't know why she took the picture in the first place. I don't know what she did with her camera afterwards. I don't know what camera it's on. I try to tell people be as detailed as possible, but what can I help? I can't control everybody. They're going to submit what they submit.
you
But
say we had another one?
no, that's the one.
No?
Just the
Okay.
one. Just the one. Because that's the only one with evidence and worth showing. And it made me sort of laugh a little bit. I like the double exposure theory a little bit.
It could
She's
also be,
claiming the kid wasn't there though, but I don't know this person. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
yeah,
But it does make me
or
nervous that a baby had a head showed
there's a
up.
possibility this is just human error. The double exposure, okay, combined with the fact that she took various pictures from various days and lumped that picture in with,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know
a
what she
different
was
day. She
using.
got her
Probably using
days
like
confused.
I mean, she could have been using like an iPhone 2 or something.
Yeah.
Not living in the now. These things are up to
Not living
date,
it now.
you know?
Yeah.
That's look, we love it though. Listen, bring more ghost stories. Give me a good ghost story, guys. Come on. You got some. This crowd's got ghosts. Why are you here
Yeah.
if you don't like your ghosts?
Yeah, they got ghosts. You guys got ghosts?
You guys got ghosts. We know
You guys got
God,
ghosts?
just stop it. You know you've got ghosts. I gotta say this too. I want to say this to this crowd. I don't know about you, John. I'm getting a little tired of hearing the old excuse of I haven't caught up yet on all the episodes. I'm
Yeah.
not caught up. I haven't caught up. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm behind. I haven't caught up.
They could
Guys,
catch up while the day streams are down.
what are we talking about?
You
How hard
know?
is it to be in the shower and press play on that phone and let it
Yeah.
roll? Where
Yeah.
you got to go to the grocery store and press play? Save your excuses.
Yeah.
Let's go. You want to catch up? I'm shocked. I see the numbers, guys. Episode 10, where we down and fight the ghost, is funny. It's fun. You'll like it. You haven't been watching it. You haven't watched it. I know you haven't watched it. If you
So
watched it, the numbers will be higher. Watch it. You're going to like it. It's fun. And it's a real test. It's an actual real test because magnets do something, and it does test John's theory. Now, we might have had a shitty magnet, but that doesn't mean the theory's wrong, and we'll try it again one day and do it better. We're not done attacking ghosts.
No.
Good for you, Cass. Cass, that's why you're my new favorite, because you're caught up. Renee, so you both my favorites. Those are my favorites. Everybody's caught up. But listen to it, man. Like, follow, subscribe. You're gonna dig it. What else?
Well,
What's next? When's the next Capitol Theater run?
We're working on that. We're working on that. I had told them because I was banned. I was like, listen, I'm not on TikTok right now, not until next week. And they were like, oh, that's fine, that's perfect. So they're figuring out a day over there. Plus, I'm putting together an event there, so that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a live event. I haven't done a live event in a long time, and set it for advance, and it's going to be a little different light of the Capitol Theater that we've seen so far. We've only been there twice, but a different live from from the Capitol Theater. I might even bring the Elmont with me.
We got to figure out what's going on with your camera today. The audio is real jumpy,
Yeah.
but we'll take a look at that later and see.
Well, yeah, I gotta. Yeah, there's I'm having a huge technical issue, and we've had it back in the beginning. The link you send me only goes to that one phone, and not the others. Even when I give you the number, because it's all the Apple tag. It's such a pain in the ass. So this is my personal phone right now. So who knows?
What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone 15.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I could send it anywhere you want, or send it to yourself to another device. But it's today's
I know. I
bad
tried
one.
to copy the link. It won't take me to your invite link. It just takes me to the restream. But that's just technical. I don't think people realize sometimes just how insane the tech gets. There's so much to be put into even to a podcast like this, number one, and just everything. What's Jamie say? What's play say? Sounds like I'm gargling balls. Wow. Wow, Jamie, listen, I don't have an only ghost, but if I ever do.
It is getting worse. I wonder if it's like, is
Yeah.
there a lot of background noise that
Hold
might be
on.
creating a dual?
Did it fix itself?
Slightly for a second.
Oh, I thought maybe it was the charger. I had a charger plugged in, but I don't know.
That stopped.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was just the charger.
Well, let's see if it
Feedback from the
happens
charger.
again. Huh.
Yeah, happens.
All right.
In fact, it's funny when I'm live on TikTok.
Audio is. I love these. These are funny. Audio is gooning. I just learned what that meant.
Yeah.
I think on the last line.
Yeah, gooning. Yeah, let me tell you something. Yo, imagine there's spirits gooning everywhere around you most of the time. You don't even know it.
It's funny, man.
Imagine that. It makes you think twice about turning your head.
Now the sync. Now the audio is better, but the sync is off. It's catching up.
Wow.
It's all right. So that's just why these are live. These are live and loose and fun.
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys.
Not
I don't know.
gooning
Do we have anything
fun,
else? Do we have anything else to discuss other than the fact that we've got a great episode coming Tuesday.
Yes.
We've got merch
really
and fun stuff and videos and everything else. Guys, tell your friends to subscribe on YouTube. We want to hit our next goal. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's
what are we up to now?
Fun new promo, 580 something.
Okay.
So it's going up.
More than
it's
halfway
going
there.
Up. We're not going down. We're going up.
Yeah.
I want to hit 1,000. All right. I want you guys' help. You regulars, you're out there. Tell some friends. You can't be the only one of your friends who's likes ghosts, or maybe you are, and this is kind of your secret guilty pleasure. It's all your friends would be like, "You're doing what with your day? You're watching who?"
It's funny. It's rare I come across somebody that goons over the fact that I do paranormal in general without even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did at the bank the other day. I did at the bank. I had to straighten some stuff out and whatnot, and the guy came over and he's just like, "Hey, listen, man, I love you," and stuff, and it was hilarious.
That's good.
I love this. And he was a great dude. And the bank where he's at is haunted. And it was funny because I was dropping some names in there of people who used to work there when it was another bank. And they're just like, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I know there's a spirit here. A nice spirit doesn't bother anybody, but I know he's here." And they were just like, "Yo, that's so crazy." And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I know my history, I know my history, micro history of this place."
That's dope.
Yeah.
Snippy, we did call you out. You brought up gooning. If you make me laugh, I'm going to call you out.
There's mad gooners up in the chat. You're all gooners. Most of you are anyway. I know for a fact. Especially Jamie. He's a big one,
Jamie seems like a gooner for sure.
Oh,
I don't know the story,
he's playa.
He's kind of a new you're a new discovery for Jamie,
Oh,
right? He hasn't been
Jamie's one of my new favorite. Let me tell you something.
right. He
Every
hasn't
now
been
and
around for
then,
he's new.
every now and then somebody comes along, right? Who the community feels, 50-50 about. They're like, I could take or leave this guy. This guy's annoying. Oh, this guy's hilarious. And they just crack me up. You know what I mean? Like, even like the things when they get muted for in the chat, it cracks me up. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, you did that to yourself. But he's a good guy.
I
Player.
I would love to bring some of our fans into the live one day.
Oh, that'd be
Really,
great. We gotta start with Jamie.
we could show them. Well, I'm worried, dude. I don't know if the
Have him
camera comes on.
have him do a performance and everything. I'll
We
sing
might
with
have to
him.
do a background check. I don't want him to pop on there and all of a sudden it's just Dick. I don't know that guy from anything. You know what I mean? It could be, we got to be careful
True.
who we broadcast live.
True.
We don't know these guys. Have to do a little pre-screen or a little pre-check. It's just like,
No, so true.
especially if they're gooners. We don't know.
Gooners.
We don't know what's up, but we'll figure that out. That'd be fun. You got to have
That
something
would
to talk
be.
about, though, guys. Who wants to go live? Great way to plead your case to come on live is go to splinteredspirits.com, go into the Ghost Stories tab, and tell me a story and plead your case. Why you want to come on? What do you want to talk about? Why should you be
That
our
would be
first
great if the people
fan
that submit
guest?
the evidence come on so we can ask them direct questions.
But look,
That'd
man,
be
we'll just
awesome.
have you on, even if you don't have evidence. Come on and tell your story. It'd be more fun if you told it than have me tell it. But or if you just want to come on and
He
shoot
just
the
said,
shit with us.
I'll be honest, I just got out. Got out from where? Prison?
Yeah.
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 Prison?
You know what I mean?
The closet? What? Dude, what? You're leaving us in suspense.
You know what's perfect is I know it's almost time to wrap things up because the light is leaving you. It's getting dark there in New York.
Yep.
And it's like as the sun goes down, we're like what do you call those kids from Sound of Music? So long.
Oh,
Farewell.
yeah, it's true.
Bunch of Austrian children.
Yeah, not the Parent Traps. Whatever the hell. The
Sound of
Von,
Music. Sound of Music.
Yeah. The Von Traps.
The Von Traps. Right. The Von Traps.
I said the Parent Traps.
The Parent
Von
Traps.
Traps.
The Von Traps.
See?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Jamie might not be ready for society.
It's a long. All right.
You know what I mean?
Jamie, I
love you, Jamie. We love you. We love you.
No, man. I don't.
But we might not
know.
want to put you on camera. We might not be camera ready just yet.
Yeah. You're not. Yeah.
We're gonna see. We're gonna go with.
You gotta polish those felonies off. You know what I'm saying?
We got it right. It's like we don't know the background or what he's in for or what. It's a little bit. We'll start a little softer, gentler.
Hey, listen. This has been fun.
This has been really fun. Guys, come on, Tuesday. Catch up.
Listen.
Fucking catch up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Catch up. Listen, I'm not on during the day this entire week. Literally till what? Monday, Tuesday. So catch up. Listen to the rest of that podcast.
Man, you want to hear more? You want better guests? We got to see some better numbers. And then I'll try to get the guests. Oh, you know what else I'd love, John? Guys, in the submissions, in the don't put them in the comments because I'll never see them for the lives, but in the ghost stories, who do you want on as a guest? We'll try. I mean, we got some people, if they're way out there, we got to get our numbers up or else they're going to look at us like Phoebes. But it's like, we'll try it. Who would you love us to chat with?
Yeah.
Talk to anybody from Sister Mary Margaret to, doesn't matter. Let's see how they're all doing.
Let's get a priest on.
I would love to get a priest on, dude.
Oh.
Are you kidding?
Are
you kidding? It'd be the best. John, I love you. I'll talk to you later, my man.
Uncle Gary, love you. Have a good one.